Hi everybody, Jonathon, Marc, Mendes, Painted Love. And today's tutorial is going to be a simple one. I've shown this before, but I want to go into greater detail. This is about staining wood with Annie Sloan chalk paint. There's lots of different methods of doing this, and I just want to break it down to make it very simple. Here's some samples that I've already done. If you get up close, I will post some pictures of these as well, so you'll be able to see. So this being the natural wood, which is pine. It's rough cut pine almost. It's a little bit rough around the edges. I'm using it to build a shelf in my kitchen. I'm all about practicality. I want a practical shelf to put my herbs, my spices. It's just above my cooker, above my tile line. So I'm in the process of building that, but I wanted to work on these stains to find the right colour and the right amount of stain. So we're going to work, I'm going to show you how I've achieved it. And this is the colour that I want to go for, the darkest. I just want that sort of restoration hardware look. So I'm going for the darkest stain. And I will explain the different levels to get the different shades. So let's go. So what I'm going to do to make it really simple, don't do this at home. These are cut crystal glasses. You don't want to do it with these, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do to mix my stain is I'm going to mix two colours. I'm using En Fleur, and I'm going to pour a little bit into the glass so you can see En Fleur, and that'll be my phone. Let me get rid of that. Who's calling? I don't know how to get rid of it. Go. That's it. Right, it'll probably come back on in a bit. Anyway, so back to this. En Fleur, a little bit in the glass. I'm going to do roughly the same amount of graphite. So equal parts, but your colour would be your choice. You could do this with, you could use Chateau Grey, olive would be nice over pine. So there you go. You can more or less see, close up, is about, I don't know, quarter of the glass. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to match that with water. So here we go, we're going to match that equal parts. So that's my mixture, that's my stain. This is this one, the dark one that I wanted. All I did was half of that water again for that one, and then another amount, so it would be double the amount for that one. So it's about the amount of water gives you the translucency. So what we're going to do, we're going to handy little mixing bowl. We're going to tip this out, which is try and get everything out. Whatever way you wish to measure, everything I do is guesstimated, but not today. I'm going to give you it so you can see exactly what makes. So I'll try and get every last drop out. It sticks to the glass. So what I'll do is I won't put as much of the water in. So tip that in there. Leave a little bit away from the end. That's a little bit, just for the dregs that are stuck. And I'm going to use my brush to mix this up. So there you go, you get a muddy dark brown. It's like a chocolate brown. So mix it good and proper. It will stick to the bottom of the paint. You have to keep on moving it, and especially when you're using it on large areas, keep on mixing it as you go along, because it will stick to the bottom. It'll separate slightly. So there we go. Move this all out of the way. This is my timber, and all we're going to do is a nice. It almost takes away all of the timber. It takes away all of the pattern from the wood. You'll blot it almost out, and really I would leave it to sit for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let it really soak into the natural timber. Also, what I must add, you cannot do this over a varnish finish or a wax finish. You need to, this is brand new wood, it's got nothing on it. You would need to sand it away. This table, for instance, here, this was sanded. It was all sanded off, all the original wax finish, stained, and then re-waxed. So you must have natural timber to do this. Right, next thing, a lint-free cloth. So the lint-free cloth is there just to remove the excess. Oh, we fold it up in quarters, and look, here we go. We're just going to take off the excess go in the direction of the grain. If you're doing a larger piece, like a full buffet top, then you would quickly get it on, as quick as you possibly could, leave it for a minute and then start working on it. And there you go, what it does, it reveals, if you can see on the camera, it reveals the grain of the wood back. I'm happy with that. I've prepared another one that I did earlier, so we can move on from that, and you can see it's more or less the same thing. There you go. And all I want to do with this, for my project, I'm just gonna, to get that restoration hardware look, I'm just gonna sand the edges back to the blonde wood, which I think looks really cool. So all on my edges, it gives you that fine sort of shadowed line, but the reverse, you know, a pale colour coming through. So that's what I'm going to do. I've built, this is my shelf top, I've built some little brackets that fit underneath and a back plate. Quite a simple construction, but I think it'd be beautiful. And then all you've got to do, you could do two things. Clear wax, which will bring it out even more, a nice coat of clear wax. And you could even do a bit of dark wax. It is entirely up to you, it depends on how dark you want it to be. But I really like it just with that one coat of clear wax. What I will do is I will post the video. I'll also post my kitchen shelf. It's not anything special, it's just very practical. You know, something helps me at home. I've got all my bits and bobs that I will put on it, you know, my herbs, my spices, my salt and pepper. But that's it. If you want to stain wood, that's the way. There's a whole manner of different colours that you could use, different amounts of water so you can make it more translucent. Obviously the darker colours work really well. If you want a mahogany finish, try using let's say burgundy and Oberson. Makes a really lovely rich mahogany colour with dark wax. But this I think is just beautiful, chocolate brown stain. So for now, look out for the pictures and send me some pictures of your projects that you've stained. Take care, bye bye.